Hey guys, Sinister here at Bad Company Gaming. What makes a good player good? I was having this sort of discussion with the Manny 500 the other day, and she gets very upset whenever her roommate plays on her console and starts to ruin her kill-death ratio, or in this case, she was trying to unlock the UCAV, doesn't like flying jets at all, so was basically complaining, sorry if you're watching this, about your kill-death ratio, her kill-death ratio, decreasing trying to unlock the UCAV and flying the jets on air superiority, which is not how I personally unlocked the UCAV. I unlocked the UCAV playing the attack jet. But anyway, on Perisal Storm, I believe, is actually where I unlocked it. So we're having that discussion, and I was like, you know, you could be an amazing player and have a .75 KDR. And you could have a 5.0 KDR and be an absolutely garbage player. These are the sort of absolute extremes, I guess you could say, that you can have. You're never really going to see that broad of an example. It's going to be much more in the middle, like a guy with a 1.2 could be better than a dude that has a 1.75, let's say, kill-death ratio. My kill-death ratio is not amazing. It's like 2.19, I think, right now, which I guess that's on the higher end of average. I haven't really looked or cared, because, once again, as far as I'm concerned, kill-death ratio is just a number. But I try to be a good team player. This is where I think being a good player really, really counts. You can be an amazing solo infantry player, but unless you're playing team deathmatch or domination, that doesn't really matter. Playing Conquest, being that lone infantryman, is pretty much worthless. Even if you're just one engineer trying to shoot at tanks, you're not going to have a whole lot of luck. If you're playing Rush and you're one guy trying to rush an MCOM, is that going to work? Don't think so. You're going to get shot down pretty much immediately if it's just you. So being a lone wolf, like I said, is only really good for those smaller base game modes. I don't even put squad deathmatch in that category because squad deathmatch is so dependent on your squad communicating, etc., which is why I don't really play it, because if you're just playing with a bunch of randoms, it just doesn't work. It never works. Somebody always winds up camping on the roof of Siege of Shanghai, and you wind up spending your entire life trying to get up that darn elevator to kill them, or climb the ladders, blah 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 blah. So, aside from team play, what is the next step? Situational awareness, I would say, is a close second, if not tied for first, along with team playing. Okay, the reason I say that is because they tie into each other. If you are playing on Gulmud Railways, you are an assault. Your engineer runs out into the middle of the street, not really behind cover, being kind of stupid, let's say, and he shoots a rocket at a tank. If you just run straight out there with the shock paddles and revive him, what's going to happen? You're both going to die. And your team is not benefiting at all. The very last thing that your team needs is both of you dead instead of just one of you dead. So make sure that either A, that tank is dead, or B, he's looking in a totally different direction, and then make that decision as to whether it's actually worth the revive. You have to take care of yourself before you go for that revive, because like I said, last thing that your team needs is both of you down on the ground and doing nothing for the next 7 seconds. Or thereabouts. I can't remember exactly what the spawn delay is, what the kill cam, blah 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 blah. It might be closer to 10 seconds, whatever. So that's why situational awareness sort of ties in, because if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, you're gonna get a lot of just crap revives, basically death medics. Funny thing is that a buddy of mine, Troubleshooter, his clan tag now, or his clan now, their name is Death Medic, which I thought that was kind of funny. But moving on. So yeah, situational awareness. That means knowing what is going on around you. Now, obviously, you can't cover the entire 360 degrees of battlefield that's going on around you. That would be just about impossible. I'm well aware of this. However, if you are playing something like Rush, let's say, and you have 4 guys in your squad, you're on comms, you know that one guy is a really strong infantry player, and you are on Perisal Storm and you're on that second set of MCOMs where being an engineer really doesn't matter unless you are a defender. Put that strong infantry player up front with a second medic next to him so that they can be sharing medkits. If you are on, let's say, Gulmud Railway and there's a crap ton of tanks, you want to have your engineer up front with a medic following closely behind for the revive and for the health, etc. Blah 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 blah. Then have a support player, and then maybe another assault, or perhaps even a recon with a PLD if your engineer is running something like the Javelin or the SRA. This is the sort of team play, along with situational awareness, that's going to result in you becoming, well, one, a more effective player, but two, you're actually going to be a more effective squad this way. If you have two guys watching straight ahead, there's no point in you watching straight ahead also. Try to keep an eye on the side angles. Obviously, you want to get some of those kills too. I totally understand that. Maybe just swap places with your squad mates every once in a while and work out a system. If you're playing with a bunch of randoms, this system doesn't really work. Just shoot at whatever you can and try to be aware of the full 360 degrees, which sort of swings back around to Team Deathmatch, the lone wolf gameplay. So you're like, well, Sin, if you were talking about not being a lone wolf and having good situational awareness, but then being a lone wolf and trying to still not cover 360, no, that's not necessarily true. You have to cover 360 as much as you can while playing something like Team Deathmatch or Domination, because otherwise you're pretty much just going to go down. So we experiment with different situational awareness, map design flows, talk to your squad mates about it, and see what they think. I hope that you guys have found this video interesting and or enjoyable, and I hope to see all of you on the battlefield.